Ethiopia's central bank has told its citizens not to engage in illegal transactions in digital currencies. The bank urged the public to be aware of such illegal activities as the use of digital currencies such as cryptocurrencies and other, well, actually Bitcoin, Ethereum, and others in the country are not recognized by the National Bank of Ethiopia. Olumide Adesina joins us. He's a financial market analyst at Quantum Economics. Olumide, good morning to you. I want to first get your take on Ghana and where we're seeing inflation there. What do you make of it?
Yeah, pretty much not surprised. Just like you highlighted earlier on, you take a look at what is happening around the global space. You notice that energy prices has been oscillating upward. In fact, reports suggest that prices has gone up more than 60% this year, and that's pretty much because of the invasion in Ukraine. So putting that in perspective, in Ghana's economy, one was not so surprised that we saw that kind of upside because Ghana has a more deregulated petroleum sector than Nigeria, so the prices had a direct impact. And also food prices, discussion, the fact that Ukraine plays a major role in Ghana food supplies, and Russia, it means that price acceleration was bound to happen. So it was much more things bound to happen. So it's really cut across many markets right now.
Same story in Thailand, yes. If as far as Ghana's at an 18-year high, Thailand's at a 14-year high, same story.
Yeah, the Asian tiger economy, is also exposed to high energy prices and food prices. But I think it's not as bad as what we're seeing in frontier markets like Ghana, and that's because they have a much more vibrant production economy, and the fact that also the agricultural space is much more productive than what we see in Ghana. So despite the fact that we saw prices oscillating as high, the systemic distortion that we're seeing in Ghana is not what we are seeing in Thailand. But the headline is the same, just like rightly said, inflation is 6 decade high in Ghana, 4 decade high in the United States, also 8 months high in Nigeria. So definitely Lotus is the same news everywhere.
What do you make of South Africa's economic growth in the first quarter? Is it encouraging? 1.9% year on year.
Yeah, I think it's mixed bags. The positive look at the manufacturing service sector, yes, it shows great upside at Africa's second largest economy. And that, being a manufacturing giant in Africa, one would have expected that, a resumption, despite the fact that we're seeing high unemployment figures and the fact that other sectors like agriculture contracted, surprisingly, one would have expected the South African economy to take advantage of price distortion in agro spaces, but not be seen. So I think it's much more mixed, but I think it's decent gains. But the fear is that the figures show that it might moderate in the next figure because the growth were just decent quarter to quarter. So nothing much to say about.
What do you make of the South African government's forecast of 1.7% for full year 2022? Is that conservative?
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's because knowing fully well that the World Bank has really downgraded their estimate for global growth, and the fact that also inflation is going around the roof. So there are a number of stagflation, Lotus, and I think it will be very weird for you to have upside expectation in an era like this. But having said that, I think what the South Africans put to the fact that we see that the US Fed might likely increase interest rates in the coming days will definitely push more into tightening and increasing borrowing so that they don't get overheated. Because right now, we see the fact that inflation also plays a major problem, despite the fact that they raised interest rates by 150 basis points. It means that the South African Apex Bank will definitely come in more ammunition to tame inflation. But concerns that stagflation will definitely play a larger role in the economy.
All right, very quickly, I only got about 45 seconds. I know you monitor the crypto markets. What do you make of the Ethiopian government's language on digital currencies?
Yeah, the systemic risk crypto is playing in the African ecosystem, really makes many of these African central banks very scared. Remittance level has dropped, and many Africans are going to the crypto markets. You take a case of Nigeria, where about $400 million was moved in just a span of 180 days on just 2 major platforms, tells you that many of the central banks are really getting worried. So the fact that, EDC transactions definitely go on, but data suggests that it's more about fear rather than the illicit transaction worries. blockchain, decentralized finance has taken over the African ecosystem, and that has shown in transaction volume. Remittance has plummeted also. So I think it's much more panic approach.
All right. Olumide Adesina, financial analyst with Quantum Economics. We appreciate you joining us to talk about these headlines. Thank you so much.